is, I'm still figuring out my niche. I have a website, Jane Lennon. What is it again?
Coach.
Jane. Okay, my computer is ignoring me. Hold on a second here. JaneLennon.coach. So, I don't want to build anything on my homepage of my website for this particular workshop. So one option would be to build a page that's janelennon.coach/Fempreneurs. And this, of course, is not going to be a tab along the top here. It's not going to be one of these tabs. It's going to be what we call a hidden page, which means it's an actual web page on your website, but no one will go there unless they know that this link exists. And
Correct.
what they will see when they get there is that freebie that you offered them in your workshop. And that will be the page that has the click here to get your free guide or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then when they click on that button that's built into that hidden page, it takes them to a MailChimp landing page. And of course, everything in MailChimp is free. This is where you grow your email list that you can send stuff once you kind of know what you want to offer them and how you want to serve people. Okay, so that's option one. Option two is you go to MailChimp.com and you build your landing page for the workshop attendees. So, for example, when you build a new landing page for, because you want to get a little bit of information from these people before you give them this free gift. You want to be like, what's your name? What's your email address? What was your key takeaway from the workshop? How can I do better next time? If, I'm going to offer another workshop in the future, which of these three topics do you think, you'd be most interested in? Just a few questions, right? Just because A, people love to be asked their opinion, and B, they start to associate you with their ideal outcome when you're asking them these questions. Plus, that information that they gave you is always, always, always going to be stored here in MailChimp, which is excellent, right? Because then forevermore, you can target them with things that they want to learn about.
Okay.
So if you're going to build a new landing page, you're going to click create up here, and you're going to click create a landing page, and then you're going to call it workshop attendees, for example, and then you're going to add it to whichever. You probably just have one audience if you're just starting out with MailChimp, which is great because having multiple audiences is the result of years of being confused, which was what you just saw there. I typically use I typically don't come here because I have created landing pages in the past. I typically replicate my existing landing pages, but if you're starting from scratch, you're going to want to choose this blue one. It's my favorite, the lead generation one, this question. So you can edit all of this stuff. I have a really in-depth video on how to do that. We won't do that now, but you want to ask them more than just their email address. You want to click the edit button, and all of this stuff you can add using the YouTube video that I have already. So once you've added a couple questions, you want their name, you want their email address, you'll put, your logo up here, or the image that they associate with the workshop they attended at the conference at the top. So that when they get here, it's your brand colors, and it's also, something that's familiar to them. And you'll delete all this stuff down here because obviously you don't need any of that, and then save and close. And then you're going to publish this sucker. And you do that by hitting this publish button. So once you do that, you get a unique link. So right here, it's added the workshop attendees to the end of it. So you can actually, you can make the end of this what you want, but this part here in the middle is all mumble jumble, and you can't change it unless you pay MailChimp. So this is the link that you want to Command C on your keyboard or right click copy. You want to copy that link. And then what you can do is you can actually, in your workshop, while you're presenting to your people, this is option 2, remember, you say, hey, that free download that I've been talking about for the last hour, here's where you can get it. Or you can actually you can actually put this link in the chat feature of Zoom right off the bat. Be like, hey guys, I built something for you. It's a summary of what I'm presenting to you today with even more meat, even more power, even more information. Here's the link. It's in the group chat. Make sure to pop over and get it at some point before the end of this conference or before the end of my workshop. because that's the only way that I can get this free download to you. So option 3 is you can make that link you know, in Instagram in your profile, remember the other day when we were creating your business profile, you have that one link that you get to have in an Instagram profile. This can be that link, and not forever, but just maybe for that few days when the conference is happening. And you can send people to your Instagram profile, and then hopefully you're going to get a new follower, and they can click on that link right there. They can tap it right in their phone, right? We want to make everything because we assume they're going to be on their computer attending the workshop, but they'll have their phone. So you're like, hey, everybody, grab your phones, go to Instagram, search up janelennon.coach. See that link in my Instagram bio? That's the link to get this free gift I'm talking about. So there are your 3 options. And obviously you can do option 2 and 3 simultaneously, because some people might not be on Instagram, right? So you can say, for those of you who aren't on Instagram, the link to grab the free gift is in the chat. For those of you who are, you can do it either way. I'd love to have you follow me on Instagram so I can follow you back, right? Always make it about them. Option 1 is still, still great. If you've got that free gift living at the Fempreneurs page on your website, that's going to help me. Remember, I was saying this morning, I want to build that 1-page summary with all the speakers' free gifts. And every one of those links is going to be clickable in a PDF that I'm going to email, because I have all the attendees' email addresses, right, in my MailChimp account. So those are your different options, 1, 2, and 3, for how you can make sure that the people that come to your, not only the people that come to your workshop, obviously, but that the ones that you're talking to in your workshop, that they know where to go to get your free gift.